Hey everyone, welcome back to more Premier Drafts of Midnight Hunt. So last time, we got Renin 7 in our first pack, and so we got 7 wins. So far that means our win rate is 6.5, for this format, which is fantastic. That is far beyond what it should be. Hopefully that just shows that we are deserving of Mythic rank instead of Platinum and Gold like I've been stuck in. Mostly just because you have to play so much to get up the ladder is my argument, but oh well. We still move forward. We still haven't seen red. We've seen green, black, and blue, white. I'm not going to force red. I'm just going to force whatever color comes to me, but I think we just start on up. Confirm purchase. If this goes fast enough, we might be able to get a second draft today, because our second game that I usually play, we only have one more left. It might be an hour at most. Alright, everyone made it through. And let's see what cards we have. Smoldering Egg is great if we had a spells deck. If we could get a lot of spells, Smoldering Egg would be amazing. But we have Morbid Opportunist. Morbid Opportunist has been a house. You play it, Decayed tokens suddenly start drawing you cards, and anytime there's like there's a trade or a combat trick, you draw a card. It's a 3 mana, you treat it as an enchantment that can get destroyed, and it's just an insane value engine. Insane value engine. Play with Fire is fine. Certified Captain is great. Organ Hoarder is great. Moongrazer Slash would be good, but, like, I don't even care if I don't get this Defenestrate. I got Morbid Opportunist. That's, like, that might just be enough to go to splash black. Like, it's insane. There's a lot of good cards. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 6. So yeah, if any of those 6 cards come back around, it's kind of showing of what colors are taken, or not taken. Seize the Storm, kind of needs you to have... I did not realize the suckers have Trample, that's good to know. Alright, Odric's Outrider. Well, we have another one of our creature you control dies, so that might actually be worthwhile with Morbid Opportunist. Gavony Ironsmith is also pretty good. Defenestrate's a kill spell if we want to just be real safe. Sungold Barrage is toughness, kill spell. So kill spell, kill spell, kill spell. Value Engine. These are both like low cost value engines that both ask for the same theme, which is a lot of creatures dying. I'm gonna go for it. We'll probably end up being Orzhov if things go perfectly. I don't think things are going perfectly. We really got no signals here, so I'm going to grab Odric's Outrider, and we'll just see what happens. There's definitely some kill spells wandering around, so whichever direction we go. Oh, this has to be creatures you control. This is just whatever warmer creatures die. Alright. Eaten Alive. So I'm going to... So let's see. I don't like Corpse Cobble. Spellrune Pater is more for the instant sorcery deck, which kind of seem to not be, nor are we kind of heading towards. Candle Trap did not perform as well as I hoped. Turns out you really need to have Coven to have this ability. 4 mana removal is fantastic. 1 mana Defender, sometimes that will allow them to just get back into the game, and then just use that as sacrifice fodder. So 4 mana removal makes this great, but this is 1 mana removal or 5 mana removal, and that 1 mana removal allows it to trigger both of these effects should we get the token synergy, and we're looking for token synergy right now, so let's just leverage this possibility. Ritual of Hope, nice little pump spell, allows us to possibly finish them up. No Way Out, Blood Pact. White seems to be consumed. Either this was a bad pack for white, or someone's just trying to signal to us, hey, I'm taking white, get out of my way. Whichever way it is, I think I'd rather take the No Way one of these two than the Ritual of Hope. I dare you to make a deck with the worst possible cards per pack. A little late, and not when I will go to Quick Draft for that. Not Premier Draft. In Premier Draft, I will end up getting, like, wrecked every, going 0-3 every time. Quick Draft, it's cheaper, so I could actually afford to do that a bit more. I could just go Lock to the Cemetery for security. I'm gonna go with No Way Out, just because discard's fine. And it gives you Decay. Yeah, this is a Premier Draft. Premier sounds expensive. It's twice as expensive as a non-Premier Draft. Alright. Blessed Defiance. Ritual Guardian. So neither of these seem particularly strong. I might... I think I'm really just going to take the Evolving Wilds just in case I want to splash. Because I'm not, like, excited about running a Ritual Guardian, and I'm definitely not excited about running a Blessed Defiance. Blessed Defiance is, like, the thing is, this relies on your character dying. That life gain has to be valuable, and I don't see how that life gain becomes valuable. You have to be in a very close race for Blessed Defiance to really be putting in the work. And I don't like that. So I'm going to Evolving Wilds instead. I guess you could put it on a zombie token as it attacks in, but, like, then they have to block a zombie token, and, like, there's just a lot of things that have to go right. Alright. Rotten Reunion, Startle. Okay, because I take the Evolving Wilds, do I want to go blue with Firmament Sage? Green with Path to the Festival and Dawnheart Rejuvenator? Do I just want to... Because if I go blue, I could get Firmament Sage, which seems great. I could get Startle, or these two that seem good. Rotten Reunion will play one in our deck, but I don't want to get it pack one. It's not a card that I'm like, ooh, we got Rotten Reunion, boys! No. It's a pretty bad. You play it because you have to. Startle actually seems pretty fine. I'm gonna go with a Firmament Sage, see if we can end up going blue. But yeah, none of the other cards are exciting. I think someone else is competing for these colors, so I'm going to jump into blue to try to escape, should these go wrong. We could go Jack-O-Lantern. That is just basically allow us to do the splash more easily. Alternatively, we grab Locked in the Cemetery as a removal. I think I'm going to have to go with that. Otherwise, Covetous Castaway, mill cards, and get a 5-mana 3/4. You know, honestly, it's a creature. I'm going to try out the Covetous Castaway if it comes up. Alright, Sanctifier, Devious Cover-Up. I don't want to go doubles color in any of these because I just don't... Like, it's not a thing you want to do because when you're 3 colors, because getting 2 blue is a lot harder than getting 1. Devious Cover-Up would be pretty cool. I'm not really excited about any of these cards here. Larder Zombie might be the pick. Yeah, I'm going to go with the Larder Zombies. That's probably a really bad decision, honestly. Alright, back in this, the Locked in the Cemetery making it around tells me that blue is pretty open, even if it shouldn't be open. Alright, you just took a nap, gotta wake up a bit. Alright, take care of yourself, man. Alright. Harvesthide Infiltrator make it through also says that that's pretty good. But this was my pack. My pack was pretty darn good. I know someone has the red instant sorcery deck that I have to deal with. Kettlegrove Witch is just a 2-drop. It's in our colors. Assuming... We might be blue-black splashing in white. We might... You know what? We might be black-blue splashing in green or black-green splashing blue. Now that I look and I realize we have 2 white cards, and someone's been taking white. I'm going to take the Dawnheart Rejuvenator. I'm going to... Ew. I can't think... What would I even want? Alright. Yeah, I think white... Someone's taking the whites. We can't fight for... We're not fighting for white with that guy, whoever they are. So it looks like, of all things, we had more blue at the end there than any other color. Well, that's good to notice. And green was available, so we might just end up being blue-green. Okay, no, we're black. We have black at us. Alright, yep. So, let me just put it this way. This is a 6-mana, 6/6 Flying Trample. Great card. Oh, look at that. You could cast spells from your graveyard by paying life. Oh, look at that. You could use sacrifice outlets to mill your opponents. None of those were necessary. This is, yeah, so this is picked, and we're getting a black card, whether it's Olivia's, Defenestrate, like, we'll probably end up getting the Diagraph Horde after everyone takes what they want, and then we could grab the Duel for Dominance otherwise, but, yeah. Black and green is beloved in this pack. We have a Lore of the Forsaken to help take care of that. Well, we definitely are choosing weird colors. The color patterns isn't obvious, other than red and white seem to be game taken. I'm not even sure about that red. Ominous Roost involves more flashback, which we don't really have. The person in white is to my right, so I don't want to really compete with him over there. Arrogant Outlaw. Wow, our curve's like... Look at that perfect curve, basically. Oh, it's just 2 of each. Got it. Got it. Alright. I don't really like Larder Zombie or any of those. So it's either... Do I pick another... Do I pick my first Blood Pact? Alright, I guess this is the first one. I mean, the first one, I think I might pick it. Duel for Dominance otherwise. I'm going to try the Duel for Dominance. I think we could go 3 color. We have Evolving Wilds and a Dawnheart Rejuvenator. So I think we can go 3 colors and be fine. So I'm going to grab the Duel for Dominance and just try to grab the best... Yeah, that's my plan. I'm going to grab the best Golgari cards I can. And from there, we'll figure out what colors we are. So Rootcoil Creeper seems to be the card. Though we do not have Flashback yet. But doesn't matter because it's a 2-drop with... Yeah, so Covetous Creeper can help us, like, it doesn't really have any flashback, but does actually allow us to play Covetous Castaway, and otherwise it's a 2-mana, it's a bear, that then also can tap for a mana of any color. So this is the best card. Basically say, hey, we're Golgari, don't mess with us. This is my colors. And it could end up not working, but oh well. We'll figure it out. Alright, Loyal Griff. Oof. Geast Wave. Wait, don't I... Yeah, I have a Shadow Beast sign. Why did I not... Because I didn't think I was green at first. That's why I didn't have it. Well, yeah. Shadow Beast sighting. I think if I grab a second Shadow Beast sign, I'm basically done with 4 drops. Which is actually great with Rootcoil Creeper. So, I think we're grabbing the Shadow Beast sighting. Am I okay if I just rip out black? I think if I'm not... Yeah, I think if I don't get any of the good black cards, any, like, more good black cards, like Dreadhound, which is insane. Well, black's our top end. Yep. Dreadhound has been winning games against me. So, we have these 2 which want me to go blue-black, and then I have these cards that want me to go black, blue, green. So, I think we're just going to try to do 2-color, see how it pans. Pestilent Wolf is a 2-drop. Ecstatic Awakener. Look, I have enough sacrifice outlets. I need creatures to sacrifice at this point. And a Pestilent Wolf is a 2-drop, which can actually allow me to just do Theeds away the Ecstatic Awakener can't. Not that it's bad, just that it's not what I need right now. Alright. Did some push-ups. That's going to act as your nap. Hope for the best, man. 10 creatures, 6 non-creatures. And 2 of those non-creatures are Shadow Beast sightings, so they're actually creatures. My top end's done. 2 Dreadhounds, a Lord of the Forsaken, and 2 Shadow Beast sightings. Our top end is complete. We now just want to make sure we don't die. So much so that even though Grizzly Gal is a better card on rates, Hobbled Zombie is better for what I need right now. I need creatures that help me not die so I can get to my 6 drops to win. And then I need creatures to die. So, this guy is a 3-drop that helps me not die, and then it brings out a little token to kill. So, that's the better card, even though it's not better in general, it's better for this position. Kill Spell. Why not take the Kill Spell? Otherwise, Tireless Hauler, again, good card, but look at our top end. And I actually want to get rid of that. I'm okay having no 5-drops. The 6 drops more than make up for it. Right here, it's basically just Blood Pact. I can't think, like, Ominous Roost, can I even... It is Sacrifice Outlets, and I have 2 flashback cards already. I'm going to speculate for the Ominous Roost. I'm not sure I'll play it, though. Alright, Arrogant Outlaw to gain me some life, or Crawl from the Cellar to flashback. Okay. Sounds good. We'll try the Crawl from the Cellar. Not sure if this is going as I need it to, but we're getting cards. Interesting. Red's pretty open. That went in the sideboard, right? Good. Pax Betrayal make it this far, huh? Hollowed Respite. Not really. So you have to be in specific colors, and it's not even that good for those colors. So Burn the Accursed is great, but not on our colors. Crossroads Candle Guide, Siege Zombie, Crawl from the Cellar. We are actually having a lot of cards that make Crawl from the Cellar better than it's supposed to be. I might want the Crawl from the Cellar, even though it's not generally good for this kind of deck. We have a Component Collector. Component Collector is a 3-drop. It better fits our curve, and it's a lot better at making us not die. For 2-drops, let me look at my 2-drops real fast. I have 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, so I could probably use another 2-drop later. Okay. So, which of these do I want? Lear, Disciple of the Drowned. I mean, I think we have to go Lear. It allows us to bring back our Olivia's Midnight Ambush. It allows us to bring back our Eaten Alive. It allows us to bring back our No Way Out. It allows us cheaper Shadow Beast Sightings. Like, yeah. Yep, you have to go with the Mythic. So we have 2 Mythics at the top end. Alright. Well. I mean, I have to go with this. I mean, Shall Be Sighted, as I said, is fantastic, especially with that. Raw Reunion actually works for our deck. Like, this pack, if I could just grab this pack and end this, I'd be like, heck yes, let's do it. What game is this? This is Magic the Gathering. I'm doing a draft format, so I have to pick just what cards are offered to me. And it looks like we're going to try out 3-color... basically Golgari live to the big killer Thieves, because that's what's being offered to us. Alright. I think I need the Bird Admirer just to, because my solution to flyers is nothing. Kill them, I guess. Hound Tamer's pretty nice, but I'd rather just get the Bird Admirer. I could grab the Path to the Festival later. Drown Yard Amalgam, I already have the top end taken care of. No Way Out seems pretty nice. I'm going to go with Bird Admirer, though. Yeah, I made sure that all the chats could be seen on my screen so that people don't have to fight for that. Another kill spell. This card's pretty nice, but, like, this is a kill spell, and it works better with some of our cards. Like, Galcarler's Harvest. How many creatures are in my deck? 16. I don't exactly plan for them to die, though, so... Just a question of Scab Wrangler, Galcarler's Harvest, Diagraph Horde. I'll grab the Diagraph in case I decide I need another 5-drop. Alright, Corpse Cobble, not interested. Mysterious Tome or Component Collector? So Mysterious Tome is going to act as a win condition in the late game, but I think I have enough of those. Component Collector is going to help slow them down, but not as well as I might hope. I'll try this out. This is the harder card. Comes September 28th. Correct. Yeah, the next patch for Whoa, I guess red-white was a bit more open than I expected. Well, none of these cards do I really want to play. I'm going to grab the Galvanic Iteration, because I have a deck in my, basically all the cards go into your, general cards owned, and I might have a deck for that one. So. And in the same, for the same reasoning, I think I might grab this Field of Ruin. Yeah, I'm just going to sideboard this Field of Ruin. Darnheart Rejuvenator or another Shadow Beast Sighting. We already have 2 Shadow Beast Sightings. We know they're fantastic. And it auto-selected the Shadow Beast Sighting. I'm happy with it. Path to the Festival, just in case. We do have a 3-color deck. Shady Traveler, 3-drop. And we're going to have to be ripping a lot of cards out. I have the old ways. I'm not going to bank on getting those effects. So, okay. We have a deck. Or we have cards for a deck. Let's put it that way. Oof. Don't really care about the larger zombie. Don't really care about the Covetous Castaway. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That definitely makes us a controlling deck. Let's see. The Ominous Roost. Whenever you cast a spell from a graveyard. Alright. So they really would only be sacrifice outlets for my Shadow Beast Cytides. Leer, it becomes amazing with Leer, because then everything starts getting pulled out of my grave. The 2 dead Dreadhounds and the Lord of the Forsaken are great. I might actually... Yeah, I'm going to knock out a Dreadhound, because I have enough top end as is. Shitty Traveler just doesn't work with the strategy of the deck. And yeah, it might just be Ominous Roots, or I think it's Firmament Sage. That gives us a slightly better curve. So many good cards, and I'm sure someone watching is just like, no, you should put this card in your deck because it's better for your curve, or you should put this card in your deck so your top end's amazing, or this card because you can make it work. I'm sure there's going to be feeds like that. But I think I'm going to be going with this. I just realized this actually acts as mana fixing to an extent, because I could, if I need a second black, I could like tap a swamp, then tap a forest, spend the forest to untap the swamp, tap it for another swamp. So it doesn't add a mana like Dawnheart Rejuvenator, but it can add colors like Dawnheart Rejuvenator. Leer. Ominous Roost might be a mistake. It does make a token immediately. It does act as a win condition. So that is something. This is a weird deck. Forsaken Golgar. Forsaken, what's the name of it? Forsaken Sultai. Because, yeah, there's a lot of weird things going on that I have to just kind of figure out as I go. But when they work, oh boy, they work. You know what? Think about how this format has been working. I think I'm going to put back in the Dreadhound and pull out... The Path of the Festival is going to allow us to do that, so... I think I put let the Component Collector. Let's try it. So this way, Birdmire is the only thing that works with day and night. So, generally speaking, day and night will not occur unless I make it, and when I do, we'll try it. We will try this. Eaten Alive, even if it's bad as a sacrifice outlet, because I don't have many zombies, it is a 5 mana kill spell. And I have Leer to play it again. Yeah, these are kind of the costly. The fact that I'm playing a 3-color deck, I have a double green, a double green, a double blue, and 3 double blacks is really concerning. But we're gonna hope that this all pans out. Whew. We will try, just so anyone knows, I am perfectly fine having to switch out, work through this deck, and fix it up if things go south. But just like there's so much value in here, honestly, with all this value, I probably could just... We're going to play the first game, and then we might just rip out the Dreadhound once more, because we don't need... You know, you only need so many top ends, and so I want to make sure I don't overload myself and get aggroed out. Well, seems like we're having a little trouble finding an opponent. Nonetheless, we get to see the little tapping at the window. I just realized how creepy that art is. It's like, you know, you're usually expecting the tree tapping at the window, and it is. It's just really tapping. It's scraping the window apart. It's breaking in. The tree tapping at the window is the issue you have to concern yourself with. Interesting. Oof. There we are. Just wait for a few minutes. Why, bird? Why, bird? Why? Alright. Well, we have a Root Coil Creeper that adds mana of any color. Okay. That will allow us to play Sereth, which will allow us to get the colors we need for Olivia, and... So this actually works. Okay. This proof 3 colors can work. We're making it work. If they don't kill my Recoil Creeper, that is. Alright. Alright. So I could play Bird and Mire. My own. I could attack with Recoil Creeper if I want, or I can leave it to Midnight Ambush something. Or duel for dominance something. Yeah, we could duel for dominance. Attack. Okay, I like that. Alright. So we have 3 different powers. Target a creature I control. Target a creature I don't control. There we are. And now I get an attack in. And we have a hexproofing Bird and Mire. Whew. Being alive, we can use this to pay the additional mana cost. We also have Olivia's Midnight Hunt. We have a lot of options, and that's pretty awesome. Alright, that's really good for them. Not enough. So 1, 2, 3, 4. This is 5. Unfortunate. Okay, I'm going to attack with both. This gives it Death Touch, so the blocking is even good for it. And then, alternatively, I could tap this for black, Eaten Alive this, and attack with these two to deal 5 more damage. I like starting with this and seeing how they respond, because there's no reason. Alright, one mana of any color. Black. Pay 3. Get out of my way. Flipping's actually worse for me right now, I feel. So I'm going to just keep applying pressure. I have a 1/4 Death Toucher. I have a 4/5 they really need to kill. If I draw a land, I get Dreadhound. As long as they don't kill my Recoil Creeper. If I draw a land, I get Dreadhound. Dreadhound will definitely speed up the clock. Funny thing is, if this flips, I actually get into a better position. Alright. So I'm going to attack with these two. And we're going to let turn to night. They'll discard 2 cards, and we'll Olivia's Midnight Ambush the Faneblade Eviscerator after it tries to attack and get pumped, is my guess. Alright. So they put a Seize of the Storm in the grave, but they can't really cast it, as well as a land. Yeah, I'm not blocking with the Recoil Creeper. I'm fine with that. Now these are vampires, so the vampire trigger won't wreck me. Alright. Which one's more threatening? A 6/5 or a 4/5 that could get bigger? I think the 6/5 for now. Because the 4/5 can't get bigger yet. And we're about attacking with a bunch of Death Touchers. Yeah, these both have Death Touch, so if I attack with all and they block here, they go to 1 health. And if they block... Yeah. No good blocks on their part. There we are. Even though we had reduced lands, we managed. And yeah, I think we have, with the flashback and all those effects, enough top end that I can get rid of one of the Dreadhounds. I could probably get rid of the Ominous Roost as well. What do I want to put in its place? Locked in the Cemetery, Diagraph. You know what? Yeah, let's grab Diagraph Horde. Get ourselves a big guy that works with some of our synergies. Well, actually, hold up. Can be put into your graveyard. Crawl from the cellar has... We have quite a bit of flashback cards. Maybe Larder Zombie is the solution, but we're going to just do this for now. Keep it safe. 5 mana 3/4 with 2 zombies and a exile trigger sounds fine. Maybe I put in that book for drawing and icy manipulating. That might be a good decision too. Nonetheless, 17 lands is correct for this deck because we need to make sure our colors are right and we need to make sure we have, like, we are flashbacking to big stuff, so. Big costs. I just realized with Root Coil Creeper, I could actually block a creature, tap it to add 1 mana of any color, to no avail, but to allow the, that one card to turn my creature into a Death Toucher. Alright. We have Morbid Opportunist, No Way Out. And then we have a Shadow Beast. So yeah, we can No Way Out on turn 3, Morbid Opportunist attack to get ourselves another card draw, to get ourselves the land we need. If we get enough blue, Leer becomes a, yeah, if we get some blue, Leer becomes a way to No Way Out again, to just close out this game, basically. Alright. So, and with Morbid Opportunist, we get another card draw, so even though we're in a bad spot land-wise, we are not missing our lands. We might not miss our lands. So they have to discard 2 cards, which could be costly for them. We do not know their situation. And we get play Morbid Opportunist, attack in to get the Sacrifice Outlet. Ominous Roost gets to block the Vampire Interloper. Good things. Good things. All good things. Ooh, they had to discard an Organ Hoarder. That's unhealthy. Alright. That's a good card for them to get. This fact that did they just draw it? I'm wondering why they didn't put a Disturb card down first. Alright. I might just Shadow Beast Sighting, wait till next turn to Morbid Opportunist. Yeah, let's prevent the Overwhelmed Archivist from swinging in for free and give them a threat to deal with now. Alright. Start with this. That's okay. Creature dies. Yeah, that's not the draw I wanted. This was a threat we knew could happen, that we just don't get the lands we want. Just wasn't expecting it to happen as it did. Alright. Urn Hoarder. They only lost lands. Sea Zombie, that tells us very little. Alright. I can attack here. I could Duel for Dominance on next turn using Morbid Opportunist to... I could just Duel for Dominance now. Target creature I control, target creature I don't control. Or... yeah, I like that. Creature died, draws me a card. Thank you. So now I actually have a Death Toucher. So if they attack in, I get a Death Touch block, and then I get another zombie to draw more cards to hopefully cycle through my deck. Morbid Opportunist acting as an engine. Honestly, yeah, I have so many engines. But I have... I need to get the right colors of mana. Yeah, I'm okay trading the Hobbling Zombie for even the 2/3, because... anything, basically. Alright, they took my Duel for Dominance. And yes, I will be blocking with a 2/2 if they attack with a 4/2. Will I block there? Yes. This draws me a card. And then it draws me another card when that swings in later. Yep. Ominous Roost, Root Coil Creeper, or just Lord of the Forsaken. Well, we're going to draw a card first. Each turn I get to use that trigger. Alright, I could Burdenmire and Ominous Roost, or I can Root Coil Creeper, Pestilent Wolf. Yeah, no. We're going to just play 6/6. They attack with all, I'm assuming they're trying to kill the Lord of the Forsaken. Man, if I draw an island here, I get to play No Way Out off of the Lear. Yeah, Lord of the Forsaken would allow me to play No Way Out with Lear, which would rip out his hand. Alright, I had to Fading Hope the Lord of the Forsaken. That's okay. Definitely going to take some damage this turn. I will block the Diagraph Horde. This Blade Stitch Scab is actually being an issue right now. Yep. Clearly should have attacked. They should attack with all. Definitely blocking there. Taking a lot of damage. A lot of damage. Alright, we're going to play multiple creatures this coming turn to make sure something like that can't happen. This thing is going to try to fly over us, but it's only a 2/1 versus 4. So we can... Yeah. So Burdenmire plus Timberland Guide, or... Yeah, I think so. So Burdenmire plus Timberland Guide, turn Timberland Guide into a 2/2 so it could block the Organ Harvester. I think that's the play. Otherwise, I could play this. Oh, I could play Burdenmire with Ominous Roost, but then I can't kill the Organ Hoarder. Okay. How about I just Burdenmire and Root Coil Creeper, Pestilent Wolf? Yeah, I'm going to Burdenmire and Pestilent Wolf, I think. Alright. So Burdenmire could block the Archive Haunt. Pestilent Wolf could block the Organ Hoarder, and Morgan this can block the Blade Stitch Scab. Oof, and this is exactly why this card is insane. So now, I think if they attack with all, they win. Because I cannot block in a way that doesn't prevent 3 deaths. Yep. The only way to block Archivist Haunt is to block with a 1/4. That kills it. Then they attack with a 2/3. 1/3, that pump. Yep. Good game, man. The Dreadhound was necessary for their win. Oh, yeah, and they could have discarded a creature, possibly. So, yeah, this is the only block I could make, and 3 creatures die in the process. And yeah, every creature I didn't block just dealt more. I miscounted. I'm not dead. Alright, how do I go from not dead to winning from here? Like... Alright, well, it starts by playing this guy. So if they attack with a 2/3, I actually have to block with my 1/4. If they attack with the Dreadhound, I block with the Lord of the Forsaken. Top. Yep. And I think that won them the game. Yep. Darn. Yeah, Dreadhound just does so much. Dreadhound just does so much in this format. Oof. Because, yeah, first of all, it's a 6/6. You know what? I'm going to put... I keep messing with this Dreadhound, trying to think if I want it. Yeah, I want that. I want to remove the Ominous Roost. I just could not find an opportunity to play it. Not only have 2 blue, but we have less islands. I might remove Lear for a Mysterious Tome. Something to make it more acceptable, but... yeah, because Lear never found an opportunity to get played. So this might be the card we cut. If we cut it... yeah, no, my deck's strong enough without it. And we need more consistency. To help leverage our additional space, I'm going to grab the Mysterious Tome. That's going to be a top end, just more card draw instead. So now we're splashing 2 blue cards. And yeah. Might drop an island for another swamp. But I'm going to just leave it for now, I think. Nah. Yeah, Lear was too ambitious, I think. It's just there were so few blue cards that having a double blue is just not something I can manage. Alright. Alright, we have Root Coil Creeper into a Path to the Festival for the rest of our lands. So, we're going to keep this even though it doesn't look very good. As long as they can't turn 1 kill our Root Coil Creeper, we will have the mana to continue on. Path to the Festival will get us a swamp, even if we don't draw a land here, which we did. Awesome. Do I play Srith instead? There's no 2-mana counter spells in this format. We get Path to the Festival next turn. There we are. I think I attack with Sereth. We'll see how they respond. And if they do nothing, I'm just going to Path to the Festival. Yep, leaving the swamp open. That's what they countered. Alright, perfect. I wanted to counter something not worthwhile, so I succeeded. Alright, Forest. I have an Olivia's Midnight Haunt, so I can attack with this one. Oh, I just realized. Root Coil Keeper allows me to play Path to the Festival again. Swamp. And I get a Scry. Mysterious Tome. 1, 2, 3, 1. Yep. We are in a position where we want that card advantage. Yeah, Shadow Beast Stein is great. Alright. Alright. So we can use Root Coil Keeper to duel for dominance. It will gain Death Touch, allowing me to... and the Death Touch will allow me to kill the beast on the duel for dominance, if that's what I find is necessary. Alternatively, let's see. I could then crawl it from the cellar next turn. Yeah. Silver Bolt. Not enough to kill my creature. Alright. Add 1 mana of any color. Green. So now it has Death Touch. Oh, actually, hold up. Cancel. Cancel. Undo Z. Alright, so here's what I'm going to actually do. I'm going to block like this. Then I'm going to tap it to add 1 mana of any color. Green. To duel for dominance, so that Sereth can kill the Organ Harvester. And then this is still a 2/2 Death Toucher. Alright. This is creatures or land. Alright. So I could crawl from the cellar to bring... Oh, hold up. Cancel, cancel. We have a zombie. Let's use the zombie. Let's put a counter on the zombie. And this is... that target non-land permanent. Okay. We have 2 hexproofing creatures and Seraph. Awesome. Figuring it all out. Getting myself back to position. And we have a card advantage in now. And we have all the mana we need for anything we want to play. It's good solid. Where are they bringing back to their hand? I can't tell what they're targeting. I'm assuming it's one of the beasts. Yep. I want my card drop. Darn good reasons. Oof. If I force them to use Silverbolt, they can't play the Shadow Beast Sighting. That is my argumentation. And if they use their Silverbolts, they're tapped down. Because, yeah, now Silverbolt is a kill spell on my creatures that don't have hexproof, but they have 6 health. Shadow Beast Sighting costs 4. So, yeah, they need to play another card like Shipwreck Sifters here. Alright. If they don't give it a pump, they're still in trouble. Just discard their Shadow Beast. Makes sense. They didn't... I just realized Recoil can act as mana of color, but they have to do it in response to me attacking, basically. And I could, in response to them triggering the Silver Bolt, untap with Seraph, which basically means they've succeeded in making it so I can't attack with Seraph as long as Silver Bolt is up. Alright. Shall I tap down the Shipwreck Sifters? I could tap down the Silver Bolt, and when I attack in, they have to block poorly. Or I could tap down... Let's see, I could tap down the Shipwreck Sifters, attack with these two. Wherever they tap to Silver Bolts, I untap. I'm gonna be cautious. They have 3 mana left over. They have blowout potential. That's all. I am happy trading my Recoil Creeper for yours. Yep, knew it. Now it's hexproof. Bam. That's exactly what I was playing. On a void. On a... basically take it care of. Alright. I could crawl from the cellar that again if I want. You know what? Why not? Throwing them from 17 different paths. They play a card. If it's Shadow Beast Sighting, I'm just gonna freaking tap it down and kill him. Mysterious Tome. Just trying to draw a card to save them. That's the only thing I could see them doing right now. Yep. Just when you get into a good lockdown position, you're good. And just seems like I didn't need... I had too many cards to help me when I'm in this lockdown position. I just need cards to help me get there. So, add more cards to help me get there. That's all. funny. I have 2 Dreadhounds and the Mythic Pit Lord, and yet those guys don't even see play. It's the 4 mana green rare that's been causing these games to be victorious. And it makes sense. That rare is... It's one of those cards that are good for limited, and then was pushed because it's not good for standard. And I'm pretty sure it got pushed, so, very good card. Very good card. Anyways, we still need to get at least 1 more win before we can consider this a successful run, but hopefully that's not too hard. 3-color decks are always scary because you don't always know if you're going to get the 3rd color when you need it. Having like 4 cards that help us splash a little bit is pretty nice. The fact that one of them is of the off color, though, is a little... I mean, it's worked every time I've had it. Alright, we have Olivia's Midnight Ambush for their play. We have a Path Through the Festival the next turn to get ourselves a blue. It's a slow hand, but it's a playable hand. Renin and Marl. They are gold, so it's likely that they have a good deck. So generally, the way you can tell whether or not someone has a good deck is by whether or not their ranking is above or below you. If they're below you, assume their deck is better than yours, and you have to play better. Oof. I have a feeling that Renin just realized it's taking a while for games to start, and therefore... Oh, they had to... They are down 1 card. Lucky me. They play a creature here. Yep. Like, Pestilent Wolf or Mysterious Tome? I'll keep the Pestilent Wolf. No, I have another Scry, I have another card draw. I have enough options that I don't think that's the correct play, actually. If it was still the early game, I could see it, but it's not the early game anymore, technically. 3-4 to stop that, or just Mysterious Tome draw cards. I could also just Path to the Festival, get myself my 7th land, and then I could Sereth and hold up some solutions. Oof. Sereth seems like the cautious to a fault play. This is probably a mistake. Just before anyone says so, yeah, this is probably a mistake. Don't need lands anymore. So with this, I can now Mysterious Tome, draw, I could... Like, they're only threatening 1 damage. It is kind of sad to weaken my curve like this, but... Like, yeah, if they end their turn... Alright, search Party Captain. Now I set... Or I could Diagraph Horde. Let's see, Sereth plus Mysterious Tome. Mysterious Tome, draw a card. Do nothing. Alright. Yeah, I think it's going to be Sereth and Mysterious Tome. Now, I could do that on another turn when I need to prevent... I'm just going to exile 1. I'm not going to bother exile Burnemeyer. I already stop it with a 3-4, and I stop the 2-2 with a 3-4 as well. I'm okay losing my Diagraph Horde to some sort of combat trick. I got my 2 decaying creatures. I force out a combat trick. I'm going to be winning the late game very soon with a few options. That I will eat alive. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. They have a combat trick. I just want them to play it here. I want to force the combat trick now instead of later. Yep, there is Flare of Faith. And this prevented more damage. All there is to it. Right. 1-2, 1-2, and then I can still eat it alive. Wait, can I Seraph and still eat it alive without... No, no. We're going to start by drawing a card then. Do I Morbid Opportunist or do I kill the Hound Tamer now? I have card advantage and let's prevent theirs. There we are. Next turn, Morbid Opportunist plus Seraph is going to just make a hex-proofing card advantage value engine, and then I could tap down their creatures. It's going to be pretty fantastic. Alright. Yep. Give my creatures hexproof. Next turn I can tap down. Go. Got all my engine. There we are. Now we have a win condition. That was the one thing I was missing with this engine. A win condition. You excited for the Direct coming tomorrow? I am. And because of some prior commitments, I will be missing it. Which is sad for me. Candle Trap. They still need another creature. Let's see. Give it Defender. They still have to, you know, spend the mana to kill it. They still need to make the Mystic Skull to a card. If I tap Chilling, Mystic Skull, they're just going to flip it. We'll allow it for now. I'm going to tap the Mystic Skull, force them to transform it so that I know there's no combat tricks. If they allow it to tap, I'm not blocking. Well, yep. Alright. If I could get a kill spell for the Mystic Monstrosity, that is better right now. So... see, I have enough to play that and Dreadhound, so... Coil Creeper. Nope. Alright, well, let's get the Dreadhound in. Well, 2 creatures. This is to untap another target creature or land you control. Alright. I'm actually going to attack with Morbid Opportunist. I can untap it with Seraph. When they try to Coven exile it. Hexproof 6/6. Scary, ain't it? Whew. Did lose my Lord of the Forsaken. But I have a reanimation that is itself. Alright, they have a kill spell. That's why they're highlighted over Dreadhound a lot. At least that's my guess. Other creatures. They have a combat trick of some sort. They would never do that if they didn't have a combat trick of some sort. And it's a smaller combat trick. Alright. I'll take 6 damage. Or I'll take 5. But yeah, I think they have another Flare of Faith. Or similar combat trick. Alright. Knew it. They have to Coven, sacrifice to stop this. And while they can, or they could just make a mistake. But yeah, they have Coven. If they just sacrifice Sereth, they force me to exile Sereth, they could have still killed the Dreadhound. So that was them making a mistake. And my god, it's going to cost them. Oh man, it's going to cost them. Yeah, I'm not playing around a board clear. Even if I do have Shadow Beast fighting. And Chilling Chronicle. Yeah, I have so much that even if they have a board clear, I'm in a great spot. And they no longer kill that with Candle Trap, which just puts them in an even worse position. And they just give up. We know one of their cards was a combat trick. Like, we just basically had them red. Alright. 3 wins. That's our minimum. We made it. And those 2 blue cards we're splashing in are worth their while. Add in that ramping is actually good for my deck, and the Path to the Festival becomes very good. That I'm already splashing a color. Like, yeah. Yeah. I might switch out with Swamp for Forest, because I just realized my forests give me 3 different sources of splashing colors. So that might be a change I make to the deck. But right now, we committed it to queuing up. Let's queue up properly. Alright. White clowns. Well, just don't be a clown, I won't get wiped. Alright. If I didn't go first, I might keep this hand, because I am 1 land away from No Way Out. That would be 2 plays, but as is, keep 6. Alright. Keep moving. Voldaren Steiner. Alright, we're facing an aggressive deck, and we had to mulligan. Those are 2 very bad fates to happen. We are going to be playing Berdemeyer, because the 1/4 is a better body, especially with Vampire Interloper in play now. And if they manage to kill my Berdemeyer, I can instead Hobbling Zombie and crawl it from the cellar immediately. Or I could Shadow Beast Sighting. Yeah, I have options. They might attack with both just because the cost of me losing life is more valuable. I'm going to assume they have Olivia's Midnight Haunt and therefore block the Voldaren Steiner if they attack with both. If they attack with just the Vampire Interloper, I'm going to make them have it, because the odds of them having a vampire that takes advantage of me taking damage is high enough that if they have both, I'd rather them spend the removal. But we are facing an aggressive deck. Every action I take should be to reduce aggression. Right now, this Berdemeyer is fantastic. Probably will just play Crawl from the cellar. So that's a late game win condition that they have there. Unfortunate for me. The only fortunate thing is I get to block and kill whatever attacks with it. Curse of Leeches. Alright. Suddenly they became the control deck. I just want you to imagine for a second that they just became a control deck. They have the most aggressive 1-drop to the most aggressive 2-drop, and then they are now a control deck. It's a little annoying. Yeah, they have so much life gain now. If we let them transform to night, giving this thing flying, just... Great way to kill myself. Man, Recoil Creeper can give us an additional Shadow Beast sighting, basically, by exiling itself. That's really cool. I put them in a... So it's kind of funny, because I put them in a tough position, but I'm in a harder position. So it's like, I'm saying, hey, solve this awkward situation. Oh, you solved it? Well, I guess I'm ruined now. But... Alright. Yeah. They're going to equip the Flame Blade Brigand, and there's nothing I can really do. That's my guess. Definitely attack with this one. I'm just wondering if I'm attacking with this one. I think the answer is no. Please block that. Please, sir. Block like that. Alright, with that land, I can no longer block the Faneblade Brigand. They're going to life gain their way out of whatever situation I put them in. And... I think this game is over unless I find one of my big old 6-mana demon. Dreadmare might solve the situation, but I think I'm basically dead right here, right now. If I block the White Burdenmire, they just give it first strike and kill my creature for free. I'd rather take 3 damage. And they're still gaining the life gain, nonetheless. Oh, God. I did say the only way I could still win is if I draw a card like that. So, feel pretty good about drawing that card. This thing has Menace. Yeah, I think I have to attack like this. And... So here's the question. Do I think they don't have enough... So they don't have any Disturb. Do I think they have solo flashback that can mill them out with Lord of the Forsaken? I could pay 6 life and play Shadow Beast Sighting. That's hilarious. Alright. Let's see the combat tricks, everyone. Oh, that was a very bad block on my part. Sacrifice another creature. Alright. Can I add a mana to sacrifice a creature to deal with some situation? I mean, I could sacrifice to make them mill 3 cards. I think it's gonna be... Yeah, it's better if I just mill myself. Oh. At least I got their Dreadhound out. That's not exactly... I'm not in the best situation. I think my situation actively got worse. Yeah. I think my situation actively got worse. Once they get one more land, they can start attacking with Faneblade Brigand with no issue. I need to block somehow. Do I just block with Bird Admirer? Say I'm going to have a blocker for you later? They could kill both. If I double block here, they kill both. No. If they double block, they spend their mana to pump damage. I'll force them to spend mana to pump damage, and then I will, then they will transform into the other sides, which will allow Bird Admirer to be a bigger body, even if I don't like it. Yep, we knew that was happening. Nothing I could really do about it. We are in such a bad position, just because of that Faneblade Eviscerator. Getting Mask of Grillland plus Faneblade Eviscerator, just eating us alive. I think they attack with all. Yep. Alright. Let's talk about blocking. Yep. So the 5/2 can be blocked. So the 4/4 gets blocked with the 6/4. They're all tapped out, so I think we actually block like this, and we take 10 damage. Doesn't work. And we block like this. We'll take 6. Alright, we'll take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're still taking lethal. We blocked as much damage as possible, and we're still taking lethal. No. Yep. Well, not much I could have done there. They had the better startup. Mask of Gristlebrand is just so strong. Mask of Gristlebrand is just so strong. Especially in Limited. So, not much I could really do to beat that. Because, yeah, once they played Mask of Gristlebrand, once I had no response. Alright. I got my colors already fixed. I have a 2-drop, a 3-drop. If I draw more lands, 4-drop, 5-drop. Like, obviously card quality could be increased, but when it comes for curving, this is like the perfect hand for this deck, I think. Alright. Alright. I think I go with more aggression. Alright. Hey! Good choice of colors. I like it. And they can flash that back later to act as their aggression. I need to just keep applying pressure then. Wow. Let's see if the birds work. Well. Oh, I'm happy with that. Another Shadow Beast sighting. And now we get Threaten Lethal on this guy because the birds don't block grounded creatures. So they can't play Path to the Festival. Yep. There we are. Always nice. Always nice. Path to the Festival is nice if you get a slower game, but I do like how they had basically the same deck, just with the cards that I basically said weren't worth it, they said were worth it. I think that's kind of funny. I'm trying to think if there's enough cards for an Ominous Roost constructed. I think the answer is going to end up being no the more I look into it. It would have to be like, yeah, it would have to be Sultai. There's definitely a lot of cheap flashback cards, but... I have no 2-drop, but I have a 3-drop. I have the best 4-drop. I have the 6-drop. This is a bad keep, but... yeah, it's a bad keep if they're aggressive, which it seems they are. So... I mean, if they pump Snarling Wolf, that means that they're not applying even more pressure, which is a positive for me. So... as bad as that is, I'm happy to see it. If they do it again, I'm very happy. Alright. Now that's concerning. Oh, okay. Just the Birdemire. I can handle a Birdemire. I have one myself, and Shadow Beasts get to walk over Birdemires. Because Snarling Wolf's ability you can only activate once each turn, I can actually respond to the ability activation with Duel for Dominance. Alright. So if I play Pestilent Wolf and then play the Duel for Dominance later, I will have... alright. I get Olivia's. Alright, so I'm going to start with Pestilent Wolf. I can choose whether I want Olivia's or Duel for Dominance. I'm going to play one card. Next turn I could block. They pump. I respond by pump kill. They're leaving their mana open. I'm going to wait for them to make the next move. I'm alright with it being midnight. Right now they're only mono green. Chances are they're going to show us another color soon. If they Duel for Dominance something, I could respond to the Duel of Dominance with my own Duel for Dominance, which is great. Alright. They're going to Duel for Dominance now. And this way I don't get blown out from the Duel of Dominance. Oh, clear shot, even worse than Duel for Dominance. Alright, well I kill it still. And that's the important part. Alright. I can play another Shadow Beast sighting. If I Duel for Dominance, turning this to a 4/6, that doesn't actually help the situation. I could Eaten Alive this. And then continue attacking in. Or start attacking in, I guess. They only have 1 mana left open. We know there's no combat tricks to worry about. I think this just develops my game plan in a much better format. But this is just... yeah. They're going to play a bigger creature. Torsionist Troop. If they literally made it cost 1 less, they wouldn't have to... these decisions, man. Alright. So I could Duel for Dominance, kill that, and turn this into a 5/5. Or I could just Eaten Alive this. I could Dreadhound, just make myself a big scary threat. Yeah, I'll kill Contortionist Troop after it starts actually getting triggers. But first, select like this. It can get Death Touch, so they're not going to block. Alright. Lost a good card in the Morbid Opportunist, but I got a 6-mana 6/6 and took out 2 of their health. Right. And this is why I kept the Eaten Alive around. Perfect. See how they block. Double block there. Perfection. So, let's see. How do I want to duel for dominance? I could duel for dominance to kill the Ween Shredder. Yeah. Target creature I control, target creature I don't control. And now we get to kill the Contortionist Troop in the process. Awesome. It does turn it back to day, so the Birdemire is not as strong, but also means if they get any other werewolves, there's no benefits for it. Yep, we have Shadow Beast sightings out the wazoo. And we get attack with the Pestilent Wolf first, and it's actually correct to block and let your creature die in the process of blocking Pestilent Wolf because it prevents me from playing Shadow Beast sighting. Alright. 5 wins. The minimum where you count it as an absolute success. It's still a success at 3 wins, but at 5 wins, it becomes an absolute success. It's the difference between winning enough gems to make it worth the while versus winning enough gems to afford an additional one while making it worth the while. Alright. Our first place turn 4, but it's the best turn 4, followed by a good turn 4. And I really don't like mulliganing in Limited. I really don't like mulliganing in Limited. Because the difference between Constructed and Limited, Constructed you can kind of think of, what is our game plan? How do we solve the game plan given the cards we have? Limited, it's kind of just defined by who has the most cards at the end. It's either you're the aggressor, or it's the deciding factor of who has the most card advantage. Mulliganing basically says, hey, they could be the aggressor, and I've not really gained more card advantage in the process. I probably should have played a land first. This is cool. By playing the island, I scare them to think I have a counterspell right now. Alright. So Black-Red really wants to be aggressive, so the fact that they're not probably hurts them a lot right now. I'm going to play this so that no matter what they do, they're probably in a bad spot. Do I just crawl from the cellar of the Pestilent Wolf? No. I have Seraph to crawl back. I have a Death Hound, Dreadhound to crawl back. I have options. Oof. Static Awakener. That plus Silver Bolt, I'm assuming, is going to try to kill my beast. This guy, Lobot, they're a higher rank. Oh, I had to eat a live Seraph. And that exiles, so I can't actually respond how I want. Alright. Well, let's start by ripping out your options in the hand. I want to make any combat trick you're considering hard to consider. Alright, draw from the cellar. And a land. Their only card to bring back is a Static Awakener. Alright, where's the last bit of damage coming? Alright, got it. There we go. Alright. Why not? There we go. Oh, so there's all my lands. Yeah, I don't see what they could possibly draw to save them. The second Dreadhound is going to just tear them apart. Oof. There we are. 5 wins. Or is that 6 wins? That's 6 wins. Well, we are actually making it to the last game, everyone. Who would have thought? I mean, this deck was pretty good. Not too surprised it made it to the last game. I have to look in this. No playables. Rely on me drawing a black land in... I have 3 draws at it, but relies on me drawing a black land, and then the next turn I need to draw green. Alright. Oof. Alright, pump itself. So I will play the Morbid Opportunist if they have a creature this turn that can block the Tipperland Guide. Alright. Well, one that could block and kill. I'm going to start by actually making them discard now. While they don't have card options. Alright. Geist Wave and a Swamp. So they have lands taken care of. Do they counter? Do they have a counter? Because if they have a Devious Cover up, this is where you play it. I'm not going to attack this turn. Fenestrate. Yep. Alright, it has to be a creature, so I don't have to worry about the Evolving Wilds crack. Oof. Get another green land. So they're the control deck, and they've cemented themselves as the control deck quite effectively. I have to play this first. They might have a few different counter spells. Tipperland Guide attacks easily. If they have another Defenestrate, they're in a very good spot. If not, this is a 2/2 Death Toucher attacking in each turn. Did they not realize it has Death Touch? That would have been really good if they didn't realize they had Death Touch. But yeah, it looks like they just have a lot of kill spells, and I have a lot of lands. Well, actually, they have a lot of lands too, so I can't even say that really. Well, if they ever attack in with a Morbid Opportunist, I get Olivia's Midnight Ambush it. So if they attack with both, like, yeah, if they have a combat trick, I'm not too... Unfortunately, I have to do this now, but on the non-Morbid Opportunist, but like At least I pull the combat trick out of their hand. They don't have enough to disturb it. Bottom. That's actually good for me, because now they didn't have anything die. Alright. Let's try and get a Diagraph Horde. I'm going to take out their removal spells. Alright. The cage gives them the card advantage. So they do have card advantage despite me getting this guy, but at least it's not going to be permanent. They still have enough to counter. Oh, God. Yeah, they just suddenly got all their engines online. Fenestrate and then Infernal Grasp, just in case they have a devious cover-up. I can tap their Organ Hoarder. I'm trying to figure out Zombie or Noble, which one's better to have. Noble's better to have alive, I think. So the Organ Hoarder has the Crawl from the Grave that it could. But then if I kill it... Yeah. Alright. Oh, they just... Play it straight. Man, love drawing only lands. Well, this was a... I will state this. They have a very strong... They have a strong deck. Gain the Morbid Opportunist and... How many kill spells? Like... They have a powerful deck. A good control. And then they also... Like, if I'm going to get to the lands, I want to happen on a turn where I'm not... If I'm getting land ruined, I want to happen on a turn where... Or on a game where it doesn't matter as much. That's what I'm trying to say. Yeah, let's just play it. That's a good one. Yep, not much I can do about that one. I tap down the Moorcook Behemoth. Better to take 2 damage, than take an additional damage, than to give them a creature to bring back with flying. As well as letting them draw a card. Alright. I'm going to leave this land back. They might actually think it's a card and not attack. They are definitely attacking slowly. If they just swing in with all, I think they had lethal in a few turns. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, kind of. Well, I'll go with 12. One, two, three, four, five. Yep. Well, that's okay. If you're going to get land flooded, it's good to happen on a game where the enemy just has a stronger deck. I might have been able to beat that with another hand, but like, do keep in mind that was, you know, Defenestrate. That was a foul play there. Organ Harvester, like Morbid Opportunist on turn 3, 2 kill spells I had to exile, plus the Moorcook Behemoth, and we only saw there was still a quarter of their deck or so to see. So it's possible that this isn't the end of their strength. The Flyers they could have exiled my flying blockers, like I will state the land sucked, but that wasn't exactly a free win, to put it simply. Alright. Well, let's check out our packs. Alright. Vanquish the Horde. This card, a lot of people have been down on it. I think it's... So here's the main draw of Vanquish the Horde in my mind. It is is critical mass. Yes, it's a bad kill destroy all creatures spell, but we have this, we have Doomscar, we have Ondu Inversion. Like, we can make basically a white deck that destroys everything every turn and then just like plays one indestructible object and wins off of that, basically. Onto Inversion, maybe we don't play that because that destroys all permanents, but we have basically, if we're afraid of on the board decks, we're reaching just mono white critical mass board clear. Add in that there's like another 12 board clears in black, if you count Crippling Fear, the Butcher Massacre, whatever that one's called, and Blood on the Snow. And yeah, you just basically get to a point where there's 30 cards, where the 36 cards in the deck are board clears and win conditions. Moonveil Regent. So a lot of people think badly of this card because you're not going to be playing like a 3 or 4 color deck. As far as I can tell, the point of Moonveil Regent is you're playing like this sort of thing. You're playing a Hungry for More black-red aggressive deck. This is your top end. You play something like Hungry for More, it draws you 2 cards. Or you discard your hand of lands and flashback cards to draw 2 cards. And then later it dies, and maybe if there's a black and red vampire in play or something, it shocks. It's a 4-mana 4/4 flyer that has upside. That's the reason Moonveil Regent is good, if it is good. Not because it's like some huge combo win condition value engine finisher. It's not a value engine, it doesn't need to be. And I think that's the big part that people don't notice. It doesn't need to be a value engine. Oh, rare wild cards. Always have to get rare wild cards. Ooh. Beautiful, beautiful game. Alright. Winter Horde Blessing. If there's a flashback deck, this would be a part of it, I think. It's just a very nice card. Adeline, hey. Very strong theme. Note that whenever you attack, not whenever Adeline attacks, whenever you attack. So you make a 1/1 white human, and then that human, like when this comes to play on turn 3, if you had a 2-drop that attacks, it creates a 1/1. And then, like, next year, if Adeline attacks, it creates a 1, you know. It just keeps creating 1/1s the turn it comes to play. And that makes Adeline even stronger than a lot of people thought it was already. And that's pretty potent. That's pretty darn potent. If you could find things to do with human tokens, which, yes, there are things to do with human tokens, don't you, like, disagree there. So, yeah, that does a lot. Everyone, thank you so much for watching. I hope you all have a wonderful day.